Soft life isn't candles and vacations. Soft life is stability. And a lot of y'all don't want stability. You want rescue because stability requires discipline. But rescue just requires you to look sad on Instagram. Some of y'all don't want peace. You want an audience. So be honest. Are you building peace or just decorating your struggle? And before you get offended, if this ain't you, don't worry. This message will find who it's for.
Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listening to John Cash.
Welcome back to the John Cash Show podcast. If you're new here, I'm John Cash, your favorite truth dealer. And today we got to talk because social media has turned soft life into a trend and survival mode into a personality.
I know that's right.
And I need y'all to stop confusing peace with aesthetics. Right, Justin?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the other voice you hear, Justin.
Hello.
I would say on the ones and twos, but you're not a DJ. You're the engineer.
Yeah, I'm on I don't even know what you would call this. I'm on the machine.
You're making sure the mic works.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, the Viagra of podcasts. Making sure the mic
keeping
works.
us up and running.
Yeah. Soft life is your rent paid before the first. Survival mode is you negotiating with your landlord like it's Shark Tank. Soft life is structure, consistency, financial planning, emotional regulation, peaceful relationships, predictable outcomes. Soft life is boring on purpose. Soft life is waking up without dread. Soft life is not needing chaos to feel alive.
That sounds nice.
Now, survival mode is chaos, burnout, impulse decisions, constant emergencies, loud coping mechanisms, pride disguised as independence. Survival mode looks like you're hustling, but you're really just panicking with a schedule.
I feel like you both. I feel like you. that shit is so funny because I feel like you described me. Very
Survival
well
mode?
with a little bit with survival mode. I'm not gonna lie. I was listening. I was like, "Damn, he might be talking about me right here."
You know. And some of y'all don't want to admit that. Let me ask you something. When your life is quiet, do you feel safe or do you feel bored? Because if peace feels boring to you, baby, you are addicted to struggle. So are you addicted to struggle, Justin?
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
I am always on 1,000. I think my heart doesn't know the difference between making a mistake and getting held at gunpoint.
Wow, really?
I'm on survival mode pretty often just by default.
Okay.
But I want peace. I love the quiet.
Okay. Well, I don't. I'm a New Yorker.
I feel that.
Let's jump into why people romanticize the soft life. Now, why do people romanticize soft life? Because social media lies, of course. Social media got y'all thinking soft life is, I just started choosing me. I'm in my feminine era. I don't chase, I attract. I'm protecting my peace. And I'm not saying those things are wrong, but y'all say that and then go right back to your ex who got you blocked on Cash App. Soft life isn't a vibe. Soft life is a system because peace is not an outfit. Peace is a lifestyle. Peace is bills being paid on time. Peace is not having your blood pressure rise when your phone rings. Peace is not having to manifest rent like you're Harry Potter. Now we got listener comments coming in already. We got Jason from New Orleans that says, as a master manifester, I believe in attracting the life that you want.
A master manifester I've never heard of that before. How does one become a master manifester? You just believe hard enough that's gonna happen.
Jason, let me talk to Jason real quick. Jason, let me tell you something. You are not a master manifester. You are a master procrastinator. Because if manifestation worked the way you say it does, you wouldn't still be attracting overdraft fees every Friday.
Damn.
Sabrina from Harlem says, I don't know him.
That may or may not be relevant.
Sabrina from Harlem says, soft life me. Sabrina, I love that energy. But the question is, do you want soft life or do you want soft life results without soft life behavior? Because that's what y'all really want. And Jessica from Miami says, I want a soft life so I can stop working. A man should handle everything. Jessica, that is not soft life. That is a sponsored lifestyle. That is you applying to be somebody's dependent. And listen, if that's your dream, cool. But stop calling it healing. Call it what it is. A hustle with lip gloss.
Yeah. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. You know, if that's the lifestyle you want to live, that's the lifestyle you want to live.
I just said that a couple days ago to somebody. I'm not gonna yuck your yum. They was talking some real crazy.
Yeah, so at the same time, I can't judge nobody, how they want to live their life. But we'll say, yeah, you said it best there.
Soft life is not
lifestyle.
Yeah, soft life is not requested, it's built. Soft life became an aesthetic because people are allergic to accountability. And just to let y'all know, healing isn't posting quotes. Healing is changing behavior. So let's jump into why people stay in survival mode. Possibly this applies to Justin.
It might. I'm going to have to take notes.
Now, when we're talking about why people stay in survival mode, and it's deeper than laziness, it's deeper than bad decisions. Survival mode is often learned. Now, the real causes are childhood instability, poverty mindset, fear of stillness, addiction to struggle, unhealed trauma, lack of planning skills. And some of y'all grew up in chaos. So chaos feels normal and peace feels suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. I've never felt like something's applied to me so much from what you've been saying. Go on.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just
no. I don't even feel like you're throwing shade. I'm just amazed at how much I'm relating to this right now. That's funny.
If we entertain, enlighten, and inform here.
No, period. No, that's how you know you're saying some real shit. Because I'm here listening. I'm like, yeah, yep. Yeah.
You don't trust quiet. You don't trust good days. You don't trust stability because stability feels like something can be taken away.
Mm-hmm.
So you sabotage it first. Let me say this clearly. Some of y'all don't know who you are without stress. And that shit is scary because when you're finally not fighting for your life, you have to face your life. You have to face your loneliness. You have to face your habits. You have to face your choices. And a lot of y'all don't want to face nothing. You'd rather stay busy. You'd rather stay tired. You'd rather stay distracted because survival mode gives you an excuse. Some of you are terrified of peace because when it gets quiet, your trauma starts talking.
That's true. 100%.
And you don't want to hear it, so you keep creating noise. If peace makes you anxious, it's because chaos trained your nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to get into a personal moment. Let me tell y'all, I used to think that survival mode was strength until I realized I was just addicted to struggle. Now, for you, the audience, be honest. Do you actually want peace or do you want something to complain about? Because some people don't feel alive unless they're suffering out loud.
That's interesting. Yeah, because I've heard many times, growing up, to live life, you gotta have problems. Life isn't interesting without problems, which is probably a toxic mindset to have.
Oh yeah.
But so I can definitely see why it's popular for especially people nowadays to always be on go mode, especially with social media and shit, and how much is being pushed in your face of how much you could be doing or whatever.
You could be here.
Yeah. Look at this person who's half your age making quadruple your money. Like It happens
That's
to
an
everybody.
outlier. That's an outlier. That's not everybody.
100%. And I think that's where the line is. I think that's when once you're able to like recognize that, I think that's the beginning of helping yourself get out of that survival mode.
And you hit on what I was about to say next.
Period. There we go. We locked in.
The flex culture problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about this flex culture because y'all are addicted to struggle like it's a badge. People be proud of nonsense. They be like, I'm always grinding. I never sleep. I'm booked and busy. I do it all myself. Okay, congratulations. You're a one-person emergency response team.
Yeah, let me see your blood pressure.
My blood pressure is kind of stable. Well, it's not kind of. It's actually excellent, according to my doctors.
Oh, that's actually really okay. That's dope then.
I definitely do damn near everything but by myself.
Then that's insane that your blood pressure ain't spiking. Hey man, you know what? Hats off to you.
Being tired isn't a personality trait, it's a warning sign. If exhaustion is your flex, your life is failing because the goal of adulthood is not to be a martyr. The goal is to be stable. If you're constantly overwhelmed, that is not ambition, that is disorganization. If your life collapses every month, it's not bad luck, it's bad habits. Some of y'all don't want a partner, you want a bailout. Now, here we're going to do the extreme rapid fire. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Now, I know this is where the comments are going to go crazy. You can't afford groceries, but your nails are $140. You can't pay rent, but you get Beyonce tickets. You can't save money, but you got a new outfit every weekend. You can't commit to therapy, but you could commit to toxic relationships like it's a gym membership. Stop. That's not living. That's just surviving loudly.
It's like another form of escapism, I guess, right?
Exactly. Now let's get into the gender dynamics. Yeah, here's where it gets messy because soft life has become a gender war topic. And y'all love gender wars because it's easier to blame the opposite sex than take responsibility for your own decisions. So let's talk.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the men's side. Men resent being expected to fund softness because some men are like, why I gotta pay for your piece? But here's the truth. A lot of men want submission without provision. They want a traditional woman while living like a modern bum. They want you cooking, but they can't even cook up a resume.
I know that's right.
Now let's go to the women's side. Because I'm an equal opportunity person.
Nah, we gotta hit every side of the aisle.
Women want soft life, but keep choosing chaos men.
That's true too.
Women be like, I'm in my soft girl era, but dating a man who got caught at 9 a.m. Some women want softness without discipline. They want luxury, but they still live impulsively. They want a provider, but they spend like a teenager with access to Klarna. A lot of people want traditional benefits, but they live modern reckless. You can't demand softness while making violent decisions because some of y'all live like the FBI is after you. You date chaos, you entertain chaos, you invite chaos into your bed, and then you wake up talking about, why is my life stressful? Because you shop at the chaos store. Now let's do a quick hot take court session. Bang, bang.
Man, I was gonna say, we gotta get that gavel out. I'm about to go get like a little stick or something.
Women want a soft life, but date men with no car, no plan, and 3 baby mamas. Men want a soft life, but can't afford softness. Men want submission, but can't submit a job application. Women want protection, but keep choosing men who need protection from their own impulses.
Ooh.
Everybody wants peace, but nobody wants to behave peacefully. If your peace requires someone else's money, that's not peace, that's dependency. And if you're mad at that, you're who I'm talking to. If you confuse chaos with chemistry, you're going to keep dating demons.
Type shit. I think that's very true. I think I don't think there's anything wrong with a traditional relationship either. I think, I think it's perfectly fine to want a traditional relationship, but I think there is accountability has to be a part of it because a relationship is 50-50. So if you want a trad husband, he might want a trad wife. Or if you want a trad wife, you might need to be a trad husband. You might need to start providing, bro. You might need to get your ass up. If you want your wife to be, yes, I do the cooking. Yes, I do the cleaning. If you want all that, better put that money down, brother.
Exactly.
I get it.
Ass ain't free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has to be.
Good ass ain't free.
Yeah,
and free
I think
ass ain't good.
I've never heard. That's great.
Okay. Okay. Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All my ladies.
That's on point blank. Period.
All my bottoms. Okay. All right.
On my power bottom.
All right. Oh, power bottom. Yeah. Free ass ain't good and good ass ain't free. Okay. Where my single ladies at? Is Brooklyn in the house?
Yeah, I'm going to use that. So I love that.
Okay. Now let's get into the consequences of survival mode. Now, when we're talking about consequences, because survival mode it costs more than money. Survival mode creates broken relationships, money mismanagement, emotional instability, health issues, constant crisis cycles, CCC, feeling like life is always happening to you. You ever notice some people always got a crisis?
Yes.
They always got a story. They always got drama. They always got a new enemy. They always got a new emergency because they are addicted to adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
This is a story example of what survival mode looks like. You wake up late, your bank account negative, your phone dry, your ex texting you what you doing, and you call it a season.
My life a movie type shit. Wake up all that
Some
going on.
of these episodes I'm reading myself. Survival mode is expensive, not just in money, in years. Survival mode makes you age faster. It makes you bitter faster. It makes you lonely faster. Survival mode turns your life into a revolving door of breakdowns. And you don't realize you're losing time because chaos is loud, but regret is quiet. Now, here's the exit strategy, so to speak. Because I'm not here to just drag you. I'm here to free you.
Mm-hmm. It's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah. Soft life requires budgeting like an adult, saying no without guilt, cutting off chaos friendships, leaving toxic relationships faster. It requires routine, discipline, therapy that changes behavior. And I already know what y'all about to say. John, that's hard. Yes, that's why most people don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Soft life is boring. That's why most people can't handle it, because boring means consistent. Boring means responsible. Boring means you stop entertaining drama. And some of y'all don't know how to live without mess. Repeat after me. If it costs me my peace, it's too expensive.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of the time people are like, when you don't have nothing going on, like say you're in a perfect position where you got your rent paid, your phone's dry still, but you got your rent paid, you got money in your account. I still feel like people will see that and be like, nothing is going on. Something must be wrong. And I think that is where the line is. I think once you can notice the behavioral pattern, I think it's a slow, gradual change to a much more positive outlook on life for sure.
Mm-hmm. And with that, I'm going to challenge you to a 7-day peace detox. A 7-day peace detox. Try 7 days. No chaos. No toxic texts. No impulse spending. No arguing for sport. No, I'm just checking in messages to your ex. no going out broke, no emotional spirals, and watch how addicted you are to dysfunction. If you can't do 7 days, you don't want peace. You want performance. Now, here's the final truth. Soft life isn't about luxury. Soft life is about control. It's about knowing what's coming. It's about planning. It's about building a life that doesn't require you to be in fight or flight 24/7. And the hardest thing for survival mode people to accept is that peace feels unfamiliar because chaos raised you, chaos trained you, chaos shaped your nervous system. So when life gets calm, you don't feel safe, you feel empty. Some people don't want peace because peace exposes how empty their life really is. Some of y'all don't need a soft life. You need a sober life because chaos has been your drug.
Yeah. I think people become obsessed with the idea of control and the idea of like, everything is happening all around me, and everything is, like you said, everything is life is happening to me. And sometimes, man, you just gotta let that river go and just float in it, stop fighting against it. And you don't have a lot of control, but that's fine.
Exactly. And for this week's petty proverb, you can't heal in the same habits you brag about. If this episode offended you, great. That means it found something. Now drop a comment and tell me which part hit you the hardest. Now I'm going to ask you this question before we leave. Do you think most people want peace or attention? Because I already know the answer, and it's nasty. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, follow the show, share it with your friend who swears they're healing but still addicted to chaos. Support the show, www.thejohncashshow.com. Hit that Cash App, $ John Cash Show Podcast. And remember, soft life is not requested, it's built. I'll see y'all next week.
Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listen to John Cash.